Imagine a world plunged into darkness, not the gentle dark of night, but a suffocating, ash-choked blackness where sunlight struggles to pierce a sky heavy with gray. The air is thick, acrid, and tastes of sulfur and fire. Rivers once full of life are frozen solid, glittering like glass under a dim, obscured sun. Forests, once majestic, are now silent. Their brittle branches, coated in frost and ash, shudder in the biting wind. This isn't a scene from a movie. This was real. Around 74,000 years ago, a single event erupted with unimaginable force, forever altering the course of life on Earth. The Toba Super volcano, slumbering beneath what is now the tranquil Lake Toba in Sumatra, Indonesia, awoke with a fury beyond comprehension. At first glance, Lake Toba today appears serene. Mist drifts gently across its still waters. Green hills rise around it, dotted with tropical forests. But beneath this calm lies a force both ancient and immense. The Toba supervolcano isn't the ordinary mountain. It's a caldera, a massive crater formed when the ground collapsed after a cataclysmic eruption. To put it in perspective, the 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens expelled about 1 cubic kilometer of material. Toba expelled 2,800 cubic kilometers. It was thousands of times more powerful. Deep beneath Sumatra, heat and pressure had built for millennia. Magma swelled, weakening the Earth's crust. Eventually, the land above could no longer hold back the pressure. It fractured, it collapsed. And in that moment, the world erupted. Rivers of molten rock surged down the slopes, incinerating everything. Ash blasted into the atmosphere with such intensity that it circled the globe, blotting out sunlight and turning day into a perpetual hazy twilight. This eruption released enormous amounts of sulfur dioxide, which formed a dense veil that reflected sunlight away from the Earth. This was the birth of a volcanic winter, an invisible predator that lowered global temperatures by up to 15 degrees Celsius in some regions. Crops failed, rivers froze, ecosystems completely unraveled. The impact on life was catastrophic. Forests fell silent. Fish perished in lakes choked by ash. Birds vanished from the skies. For early humans, scattered in small groups across Africa and Asia. It was an apocalyptic test of endurance. Nothing in their experience could have prepared them for the world Toba created. Picture a family huddled in a cave. Smoke from a weak fire curls into the ashen air, mingling with the frost seeping through cracks in the rock. Outside, the world is hostile and alien. Food is scarce. Water is tainted with volcanic debris. Predators, drawn by desperation, stalk the shadows closer than ever before. Every single day is a struggle to survive. Every breath is a reminder of how precarious life is. This wasn't just a disaster. It was a planetary-scale climate catastrophe. Monsoon patterns shifted. Rainfall became unpredictable. Ecosystems that had evolved over millennia collapsed almost overnight. The fingerprints of Toba can still be found today. Sediment layers in India, ice cores in Greenland, and volcanic deposits across Asia all carry traces of its ash. These geological signatures are silent testimony to an eruption that reshaped the planet. But Toba's mark isn't just in the ground. It's in our DNA. Genetic studies reveal a bottleneck in human populations around this time. It has suggested that the eruption and its aftermath may have reduced our ancestors to as few as 3,000 to 10,000 individuals worldwide. In evolutionary terms, this is a near-extinction event. One more bad season, one lost generation, and the story of our species could have ended right there. So how did anyone survive? Survival demanded cooperation, ingenuity, and incredible adaptability. Families relied on each other in ways more profound than ever before. Tools, fire, and knowledge of the land became absolute lifelines. Every lesson learned, how to purify water, how to find food in a frozen world, how to build better shelter against the frost, was a vital piece of information passed down to save the next generation. Think about the psychological toll. Darkness blanketed the land for months, maybe years. Communities faced the constant terror of sudden frost, famine, and unseen threats lurking in the ash-covered forests. Fear was a constant companion. Yet from this fear, humans developed new strategies. Fire wasn't just for warmth, it was protection. Caves became fortified homes. Knowledge became the ultimate survival tool. Cooperation became evolutionary currency. The survivors of Toba became the ancestors of every single human alive today. Their resilience, their ingenuity, and their adaptability are encoded in our genes, in our instincts, and in the social structures that define us. Their survival is etched into our very DNA. Toba was both a catastrophe and a crucible. It tested humanity's physical, mental, and social limits. It threatened to erase us, but it also strengthened the traits that would allow our species to thrive. In the shadow of Toba, humans learned the harshest of lessons. Survival is never guaranteed. Today, when we look at the calm waters of Lake Toba, it's hard to imagine the fury that sleeps beneath. But magma continues to shift. Hydrothermal vents release gases and the ground subtly trembles. These are reminders of a force that sleeps but has not forgotten. Toba is a mirror, reflecting both our fragility and our resilience. It reminds us that the Earth operates on scales beyond our comprehension. Were a supervolcano of Toba's magnitude to erupt today, the consequences would be global. Ash clouds would ground air travel, block sunlight, and trigger crop failures. Economies would collapse. Our modern, interconnected world is in many ways more fragile than that of our ancestors. And yet, humanity has survived the unimaginable before. Toba's shadow lingers within us, not just as a memory of destruction, but as a testament to our adaptability, our endurance, and our relentless will to live. It is a story of horror, but it is also a story of hope. It shows that even in the face of annihilation, life finds a way. The Earth remembers, and it waits, always patient, for the next chapter to unfold. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into our planet's deep past fascinating, please like this video and subscribe for more stories about the forces that have shaped our world